How we go live?
Well, you'll strike out like I did in baseball. Woof.
I'm Tom. Strike.
Who's hosting, by the way? Tom? Tom, you host.
Welcome to Clickbait, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're here. It's Clickbait Sports. It's Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern. And that means it's time for Clickbait Sports to give you sports and things. In your face holes, in all the orifices. To my left, but that's to my right, but I'm pointing left. He went 3 for 3 at the plate yesterday. 2 RBIs, 1 home run. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 Point Fitz. Join us.
Thank you. Yes, I went 0 for 1, saw 3 pitches, swung at them all, missed them all. Against a D1 pitcher for like NC State's like #1 lefty. So it was
you wanted that hit so bad too.
I did. You? I wanted it bad, but it didn't happen. But I still
what I said sounded a lot better.
We're playing the Disco Turkeys tomorrow. So
there you go. To my right or left, whatever direction that is, he went 1 for 1 on awesome YouTube channels. That's good sports, Mr. Brandon Perna.
Cool, because I have 2 YouTube channels. Damn it!
Yeah, the other one sucks. I hate it.
That's good Broncos.
It's just garbage. But, all right, fine. I won't do donuts. No, I won't be responsible for donuts. Someone else do it. To kind of sort of below. Nope. Down. There we go. Down with a blue background, a blue jersey, which makes sense because his team always makes them blue. Mr. Scooter Magruder.
Listen, I was supposed to be there at this game. I let you guys down. I take full responsibility for the L. It's on me. It's not on you guys. It's on me. And
then finally, to round it all off, one of the best third baseman prospects I've ever seen in my life. He was there. His whole family was behind the outfield. You just saw them towering over the stadium.
There was
Mr. Urinating Tree.
I like to think of it this way. I went 3 for 3 and missing the ball. And you know what? Those are good analytics, baby.
Those are good analytics. Those analytics are so good that the Chargers are drooling over them.
That's right.
Right.
All right. We got a lot to talk about already in the chat. The F's for Fitzpatrick, which, by the way, Brett Coleman scared the crap out of me because before the news broke, Brett Coleman posted something and was just like, man, he's going to be missed. And I thought like something happened to Ryan Fitzpatrick. But he was like, "Oh no, guys, he's just retiring. It's okay."
Yeah. With the all the deaths around the NFL,
it's been a rough
Marion Barber
this
rough. It's crazy.
Long-term frostbite from the Buffalo game. That's what
it went real rough. So we'll talk about Ryan Fitzpatrick. We finally do have a clickbait report to talk about. Very excited about. It's been a long time.
Far too long. Overdue.
We'll recap the baseball game a little bit. Did we have an agenda today? I'm just kind of talking.
No, I kind of did one. But Adam usually does the agenda, but they were, if you guys don't know, Adam and Tree were playing in a professional baseball game yesterday against the Burlington Sock Puppets.
Yeah, can you guys set this up? How did this come about? What were the vibes? And then what actually happened yesterday? 5, set the table for us.
So during the MLB lockout, the teams were not in training camp, but minor league teams were all getting a lot of attention. And I was like, hey, you know what would be really cool is if a team of YouTubers like scrimmaged a minor league baseball team. And what are you guys spoon eating?
Huh? He said set the table, so we're eating.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Spoon eating.
Brandon unloads the dishes and Tom puts them away tonight, though.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying.
I just love I started random spoon.
I originally messaged the Savannah Bananas because they do a lot of stuff with content creators, and they instantly rejected me. Like within like an hour, they were like,
"What did they say?" They were just like, "Nah, bro, we're good."
They're like, we've done other things with influencers, but we're our calendar's pretty stacked. I was like, that's cool. And then I posted it on Twitter, and then people on Twitter started adding other baseball teams. They're like, hey, maybe the Sacramento River Cats would be interested. Maybe the other teams. And then someone added the Sock Puppets, and the Sock Puppets were like, I was like, okay, Sock Puppets, would you play us in a game? And they were like, yeah, we'll play you. And so then I started adding all these other content creators, anybody that I thought would be competent at baseball.
Not me.
Except for Tree. And I asked Tom and Brandon to come, and we put together a roster. And not only did the Sock Puppets agree, but the Disco Turkeys, who were playing tomorrow in a scrimmage as well, agreed. And it's down in North Carolina. So the first game was yesterday, and they let us. I mean, it was at their stadium. Now they're technically like summer wood bat. Like they're about to be pros. Like a couple of these guys on the team did MLB combine stuff. They're essentially D1 players, but the Burlington Sock Puppets were a minor league team in 2020, but now they've been they are MLB affiliated. So it really is a pro team.
Before you continue, are you meaning to tell me that you set this whole thing up literally just by asking? You're like, yo, y'all want to do this? And they were like, sure.
Yeah. I had the idea, and you know, I've been taught that if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And I said, let's go for it. And here we are 3 months later. And you know, the Sock Puppets want to do it every year. So we're really excited about it. And we had a stream yesterday. We had over 3,000 concurrent viewers. There were over 350 people that attended the game. They didn't. All the gate receipts went to charity. So they had a local charity for underprivileged youth. And I mean, they couldn't have been happier. We got to meet a bunch of fans afterwards.
Oh yeah,
Eric Sim, who played.
Special thanks to everyone who showed up, by the way.
Yeah, Eric Sim, King of JUCO. I mean, you guys might not know who he is, but he's huge in the baseball community. And the players just loved him. They were more starstruck by him than anybody. But I was surprised at how many people came up to us, how many people knew who we were. They wanted our autographs. I was like, what? I'm not famous. You're just trying to make me late for something. Like I hadn't signed anything in so long, like even paperwork. Like I didn't even know what they wanted.
Okay.
I have doctor's handwriting in general.
We're hearing all of this feel good, right? But take us through what went down in the actual game, because I was on that stream.
Before we talk any more about that game.
Oh yes.
Oh man, if we could have bet on how many runs you guys would have been destroyed by, I would have taken the over.
15 was the number.
I would have won.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if 16, you would have actually lost.
It was 16 the final score?
No, it was like 14.
14 nothing. Yeah.
We counted at least 15, and Tom and I were not paying attention the whole time.
It was 15-0 according to Kirsten.
But DraftKings, they couldn't make that happen. But right now, it is championship basketball season. DraftKings Sportsbook is putting all new customers in the center of the action. New customers can bet just $5 on any team and get $150 in free bets instantly, as we're about to crown, I say, a champion in the NBA.
Yes, you can bet on the NBA Finals.
Like the Bucks?
Right?
And the NBA is an official.
No, the Bucks are in the NBA Finals as much as the Steelers are in the Super Bowl.
Chat, real quick, who do y'all have winning the finals? Y'all got the Celtics or Warriors? Leave a comment right now.
Are we going to do like a preview? Does that start tonight?
I got the Golden State.
Yeah, it starts tonight.
Celtics winning it all.
Warriors.
Boston Warriors.
Warriors come out to play.
It can't be Warriors in 4. Like that would just be too anticlimactic. It's got to be maybe 5, 6.
Here's the thing.
It'll be 4 if Brown and Tatum get miraculous.
Arna, are you done reading your thing?
No, I was just letting you guys riff.
I said Warriors in 6.
Are we done with the read?
No. Download the
Finish
DraftKings
it.
Sportsbook app. You use our code ClickBait. That's really important. Because if you don't use that code, DraftKings is
little
going
children
to start
will
taking
drown.
one of us out at a time. Whatever that means.
Use
one
code
by
clickbait.
one, you will be eliminated, said DraftKings.
It's like Squid Game, except with DraftKings.
Yes.
So
What's
download
the
the app,
over on me
use our
being
code,
shot?
link in the description. New customers get the bonus, the big bonus that I just said. You do it. $5 you can bet.
Listen,
if
we're
that
gonna
team
get
wins,
into the
150
Lightning.
free bets.
We'll get into all of that.
You guys
okay?
lost 6-2. You guys sucked.
Relax.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game one for the Rangers.
Relax.
Oh, the Rangers up 1-0.
Yeah.
Look,
By the
Yes,
way,
sir.
can we
wanna
talk about this for a hot second?
wanna talk
because
about hockey?
Tom Grossi knows a little bit about hockey right this second. So
Go Abs.
I
Oh,
was
okay.
looking just out of curiosity. First of all, hockey does it a little bit differently. They already sold tickets for the Stanley Cup in
Mhm.
Madison Square Garden, and the
Mhm.
cheapest nosebleed right now is $950, and that's a
Mhm.
nosebleed. Like for a decent ticket, it's like $2,500 before fees. That's wild.
Even
MSG.
worse is those tickets will get resold again if the Rangers make the finals, and it'll go probably up to $2-3 grand for
Triple.
the.
No, that's what I'm talking about. At MSG, they already sold them, and because they just refund them if they don't make them. Like
Yeah.
that's insane.
Right, but then whoever bought those and parked it will resell it to somebody
yeah.
else for double.
This
or
is they're
triple.
already listed. Like there's some I saw that were already listed for
So-
like $8 grand.
Since we're on hockey, do we just want to start there and talk about this game with the Lightning getting bodied game one? Listen, okay, it's game one. The Rangers have been known to take teams to game sevens. Okay, they are a game 7 team. Fiver Tree, you guys have way more expertise in this area with the NHL. What did you see in this game? Did you watch this Lightning game last night?
Well, I'll weigh in first, Tree,
Yeah,
because I'm a
you
Rangers
Rex
so
fan.
I can talk my shit right now.
You would, you punk.
12 minutes.
Hey, I didn't say it this time.
Oh, yeah. I
I'm
guess I
saying-
shouldn't cuss. I can talk my smack. The real difference is the Rangers' third line, which is AKA the kid line, which is Hedel, Lafreniere, and Capo Caco. They have really come onto their own lately. If they're going to play at a high level, it's really bad for the Lightning, because if you're running out 3 lines that can score, it's really any team is going to have trouble trying to juggle 3 lines like that. It wears out your defense. You saw in there when they got up 3-2, when Kako scored or Hedel scored, they just held the puck in the zone for 5 minutes until they finally put it in the net. And I don't think the series is far from over. This is how Tampa kind of looked against Toronto when they played and they went 7. So nothing's ever easy with the Rangers, but that was a surprisingly easy game 1 win.
It's interesting because really the only thing I know about hockey right now is that Vasilevsky is goated, and this man folded game 1. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Tree, what did you see in this game?
I saw Igor Shesterkin turn into an absolute wall, as he's mostly been throughout critical situations in the playoffs. And I remember games 3 and 4 in Pittsburgh. We were all chanting Igor.
He did get run.
And he got run a couple times. And we were thinking, wow, we're going to run Igor Shesterkin, the Vezina winning goaltender, more than likely. And then he just, clamped down and the Pens choked. And then he went to Carolina and made them just absolutely prolapse in game 7. Like an entire city died. Like, I was talking to a few Hurricanes fans last night, and they still say it was brutal.
Yeah.
They were leaving in the third period. Like they were the beginning. They were like, bye.
Yeah, and then tonight it's like I was surprised. I figured Tampa will put up more of a fight, but at the same time, like they're more of a defensive team, and the Rangers are really strong in the power play. So,
In your guys' opinions, and then we can switch it up, talk about something else. But in your guys' opinions, how important is the goalie play during the playoffs? Like, is it as important as the QB in football, or is it maybe, I'm not sure. Like, obviously it's the goalie, but like, can a goalie literally change the whole game, the whole series?
Absolutely.
He can, but it's not always a winning formula to rely on your goalie. Like, you want to keep as many pucks away from him as possible, minimize the amount of mistakes. If you were watching the Avalanche Edmonton series, like, the goalies can't really do much because they're just getting scored on. And it doesn't really matter how good a goalie is in those scenarios. But then you look at Tree, your team that won 2 cups with Matt Murray.
Yeah, and he was strong. You also have to consider the greatest example of this, I believe, was the 2003 Stanley Cup. Jean-Sebastien Giguère had one of the greatest postseasons of a goalie's history. Like, he took an Anaheim Ducks team all the way to Game 7 against a far superior Devil squad. He won the Conn Smythe that year, which has only happened – I think several times for a guy in a losing team. I think another was Ron Hextall in the 80s against Edmonton. So a goalie can definitely change the course of a team's fortune. Jordan Bennington was white hot a couple of years ago. Jaroslav Halak in 2010. Vasilevsky over the past couple of years.
Tom, do you know these guys? Do you know who these players are?
See, Five, I was actually just waiting for a thank you because it seems like ever since I suggested that the Rangers play Go-Go Power Rangers during a power play, they've been successful. Now, here's the problem. The Lightning can fire right back by playing Push Push Lady Lightning, another great song from Guitar Hero. So, I think that this is going to be a battle, what we're going to see today. But I think the Megazords could get it done.
Oh, you need to give the Avalanche a song, Tom.
Are they the Mighty Morbin Power Rangers?
What about Landslide? Ooh, that's like kind of like an it just like gets really somber and sad, like in the arena, like while Landslide plays. Happy about that. The Oilers, they can just show videos.
I thought Chiseled Adonis was here earlier.
Oh yeah,
Chiseled actually came to the game. So
we
didn't. Y'all cut us off before we could talk about that. So I'm getting ready. So before the stream started of the game yesterday, the camera died and I had to run. So the press box was all the way on top of the stadium in the worst possible. Like, you had to climb this narrow ladder just to get to the press box where the stream was set up. And then I come back down. I'm like looking around. I see Chiseled Adonis in the stands. Then I look and my wife and kids are in the stands, who I didn't expect to show up because one of them's still in school. I was like, what is going on? And then I have to go out and bat like after that. Like, a lot was going on.
You were looking pretty stressed there for Hunter.
Did anyone consider bunting at any point in time?
Dude, we didn't come there to bunt. Okay. Like,
if I could get on the base, I'm stealing home. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Hey, someone stole second. That was impressive.
Yeah. Yes, Will Taylor stole second from Baseball Bat Bros. I love the aggression. We forgot to put even base coaches out there because it was so hot.
Jim was out there though.
Yeah. It was rough.
If we are going to be doing this every year, I 100% will be out there next year. I couldn't make it out this year because I had a funeral that I had to attend. But it sounds like this was a great time all around for everyone who came.
It was truly amazing. The best was after the game when it was finally done and we all got together on home plate and took a picture with the mascots. And I think the content that's going to come out from this, the vlogs that you'll see, like, if you're a content creator, like, you should be jealous. Like, you should have wanted to be there. And they want to do it every year. So we'll see.
Followed by Clickbait Sports Squid Game. So
yes.
Sponsored by DraftKings.
There weren't any umps because it was a scrimmage. It wasn't like a real.
Which I heard there was an issue.
That was some conflict.
Yes. If we get a team that is willing to go 9 with us, like, yeah, we'll do that. But the one problem is
you were just complaining about how tired you were after playing 4 innings. You're gonna go 9. You'll die.
If it's a night game,
have a heart attack.
It wasn't. I don't think it was the actual playing that exhausted us. It was the heat.
Sex. Oh, heat. Yeah.
Kirsten saying I'm guilt tripping hard right now. Yes. No, I understand if you couldn't make it, but like, you want to make it next year. You want to.
Who performed the best out of the YouTubers who went there?
So there's a Twitter account, Baseball Quotes. Corey, he did well. He hit it the farthest out of all of us. He almost took one out. He played in D3. Will did pretty well. He actually got on base.
King of Juco did well.
Yeah, and
but didn't Will get on base by taking a bean?
What's that?
Didn't he get beaned?
Yeah, he got hit in the foot.
Yeah,
I think he deliberately pushed his foot out there.
Still counts.
Celebrated like he won the World Series.
Still counts. Give us the flip side now. Who was out there making every single YouTuber look terrible? Give it to us, 5. Who was it?
Tree was great third baseman.
Looked great. In his uniform, it was clean. I'll give him props for that. Like, he didn't show up with a dirty unit. Look, man, you get a group of guys together. I'm not going to say anyone was bad. That's, but we had varying levels of skill out there. I think
telling people that the sock puppets were about to score on you again.
Yeah, my strikeout looked pretty bad because the lefties, I'm not very good against lefties anyways, and he was throwing in the low 90s. So
I heard that like these guys were not taking it easy on you. No. Like these guys were going 95%.
I mean, they did sit down at the last inning while you guys were at bat.
Yeah, that is also true.
That was
they basically dunked on us the whole time, and it was fun. It was all in good fun. They were great guys. They came out and talked to us, and they were awesome. You know, so it was really fun.
I saw you setting up your camera on the field before you went up to bat, Adam.
Yes.
Did you look at the footage yet?
Yes, I looked at it. I missed that last ball by about 3 feet. Like, it was bad.
Last question. What would you do differently, if anything?
Roids.
For me, I would drop down later in the order and face a different pitcher because there was no way I would ever hit anything on that pitcher. Like, he was throwing off speed and changeups. Like, he's tough to hit if you're a D1 college player. So, 45-year-old me who hasn't played organized baseball in 27 years was going to have a problem with it.
That's fair. Same question, Tree. If you could change anything, what would it be?
I would replace myself with a more competent ball player. That's
just out there, like, just cheerleading.
Well, I've never played organized baseball in my life. It was like I played, like in the yard, but that's minor stuff. So it's like, okay, now you're facing. I've never taken live BP. I've never faced off speed. So once I got up there, it's like, oh shit.
Charge the HD is what could have also charged the HD. But
yeah, we also could have charged the HD, but I mean, at the same time,
listen. After the HD was charged, we were good. We charged.
It's true. It was beautiful after that.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I would have changed my walk-up music. I always wanted to come out to Hammer Smash Face by Cannibal Corpse, but I feel like I should have done the theme to Mighty Mouse right at the time where it says, "Here I come." That
would have been
That's what I should have done.
One more thing I would have changed is my underwear after I saw that first 90-mile-an-hour fastball, because that was pretty fast. Like, I knew as soon as I swung at it, because the fastball like rose up like 10 inches. I'd never seen a pitch do that, and I was like, I'm not gonna hit this. Like, he's not gonna, like, for me to hit, like, I need a fastball on the inside part of the plate. If it's going to be that fast, I can hit it. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't going to give me that pitch. He threw a slider, a curveball, and then a sinker in the dirt. Wow. Like, it was being mean to me.
He went for the heart.
Yeah.
I'm about to start preparing right now. I too have never played organized baseball, Tree, so I might need a year of practice.
All right. Can we talk about
the
retirement?
And I would still be terrible.
Alex Smith, Mac, also Frank Gore, also retiring today. But
what? I thought Alex Smith already retired.
Alex Smith?
No, not Alex Smith. Alex Mack.
Oh,
yeah, Alex, you said. Yeah, there you go.
Mac, but Frank Gore, and then Ryan
FitzMagic, the king. The king has retired.
And then we unfortunately lost Marion Barber, which was really sad.
Dude. That sucks. That dude was a beast when he was at Dallas.
This Marion Barber.
I loved him.
Maybe you guys want to start with this news and then we'll get into everything else. This is some of the most tragic news that I have seen as a Dallas Cowboy fan, mainly because Dez Bryant literally anticipated something like this happening to Marion Barber, only for it to then happen to Marion Barber. We are seeing a lot of these football players dying way earlier than they should be dying. And a lot of people are starting to raise the question, yo, is this actually related to CTE? Is there something that is actually happening to these players that we actually need to potentially look at? And I'm starting to be like, maybe there is, because what is this?
Do we have a cause of death yet? I'm not trying to speculate. I don't know what happened
yet. But it's like you pair this death, this untimely death, and you have the death, Dwayne Haskins most recently, and it's just like, what is going on? What is going on? So I don't know. I'm in still just utter disbelief when that news came.
It's sad. You're losing a lot of players younger. It's happened before. Walter Payton died way too soon. Reggie White died way too soon. This has been a theme with football in its entire existence, but it seems more prevalent now.
Walter Payton, he died of
liver disease, I think.
Yeah,
liver or kidney.
Yeah. There's just been a short span of really young players and former players.
I mean, Jeff Gladney passed away in a car accident.
Yeah.
Car accident.
Car accident, and Demaryius Thomas, in December. I don't know. I don't think they have a cause of death yet for Marion Barber. But I see what you're saying, Scooter. Like Des was saying, he was in a really bad place. And so I think that suggests that there was probably some stuff going on that you might tie back to CTE and it being an issue there. Haskins' situation is weird as well.
It's completely atypical, just really weird situation.
It's just, I don't even know. Like, if you're the NFL, you're looking at this. What do you do? You're the NFL. I don't even know. Like, what should the NFL be doing in this situation?
I think there's multiple layers here, right? Because if you look, and I know he didn't die, but he killed somebody, like the Henry Ruggs situation, there was avenues that he could have taken advantage of where he wasn't driving, right? So there
the NFLPA offer something.
Yeah. There are some things that are in place so that, current players can make better decisions, whether it is, not to drunk drive or what have you. But I think there's always been this kind of lingering issue, especially within the NFL, of afterwards, right? How many players do we see that go broke? How many see players because they didn't get good financial advice or anything like that while they were young and while they were players? And especially if you're a running back or something, how quickly you can burn out in this league and then nobody wants you anymore. And by the time 25, you're not making any more money. You're looking at in terms of CTE or, injuries about, trouble walking or trouble anything. So I think that there definitely can be more to be done for that when players do get out of the game, resources that, are at their disposal. Because unless you are unfortunately surrounded by good people and good support systems, it doesn't take much for you either to derail your entire career or by the time you're done with your career, be essentially back where you were as a broke college kid.
And I don't know what the NFL currently does for alumni essentially for the NFL. I don't know if they have an organization that you can go to and to help you out with finances, to help you out with medical expenses. I've got no clue. But if they don't have anything like that, they should have something like that. So I think that's the next step for me, figuring out what does the NFL have? What are the NFL providing to their players? Because if it's nothing, what the heck? What are y'all doing, NFLPA? This is your job. This is your literal job to provide for these players. So let's provide for them.
But I think that's the right. I mean, how long did it take for the NFL just to even acknowledge that concussions were like a problem?
Yeah, like even have a protocol.
They covered it up for a long time.
I mean, like I know it's two completely different arenas and professions, but like wrestlers, like I just know that world a little bit. Like wrestlers go through the same thing. Like how many die of CTE, or how many are again like are unable to walk by the time that they're 50 or are broke. I mean, like it can be linked to a lot of like like physical sports. In that, again, whether it's financial sense or just being around the right people, or, you know, it's just their bodies, again, you can only take so much of it before no more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the NFL, you don't want to pay that money, right? Yeah. Like, it sounds really nice, but they're also a business. And unfortunately, like, they are not going to want to be like, yeah, sure, let's pay all these medical bills to people, you know, who are no longer in the game and can't generate us any revenue, which is not a good way to look at it. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I don't doubt that you're going to see pushback from the NFL because they don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like if the NFL were smart, they would get ahead of this. Because 10, 15, 20 years from now, I think we will see some players, and it might be a class action. It might be something else with this CTE. So if I were the NFL, I would get ahead of all of this, and I would start now implementing something that says, look, we tried this, we did this, we were researching this. You cannot say that we were not for the players and player safety, because look at everything we did. You can't say any of that.
They have been working to reduce. I'm not going to, you know, slurp on the NFL, but they have been working to reduce concussions, have better protocols, have safer helmets. I think someday they might have an airbag helmet that prevents you from getting your bell rung. The problem is like it's a contact sport. You're going to get your noggin knocked around. It's like the UFC saying, yeah, we're going to try to prevent concussions. Now go beat the hell out of each other. Yeah. It doesn't work that way. I think a lot of players, unfortunately, know what they're getting into. They're part of the game. They're in the game.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. Like the NFL is going to have no motivation to do so unless it's financially advantageous for them to do. I mean, look at the completely U-turn that they did just from Colin Kaepernick kneeling and then them coming out with all these things of like, oh no, can't kneel for the anthem. And now we have end racism like painted in the end zones, right? Because like they're seeing a shift and they're like, oh, okay, well, we got to get ahead of this now. So I think unless it becomes like financially advantageous for them to do so, I think that's going to be the biggest motivator to do so, which again sucks. But
yeah, it literally is like, we're going to have to see more people die, essentially, before anything gets done, is where we're at right now. So,
well, you need to wait for like a really big player to go in his prime. Look at what happened with NASCAR. They had a bunch of like drivers die like throughout the years. Two of them died on the same track. Kenny Irwin Jr. and Adam Petty. And Adam Petty was a part of the Petty family. It was Richard Petty's grandson. They did nothing. It wasn't until Dale Earnhardt died during the Daytona 500 was when they started to change things to make it safer.
Why is everything got to be so
hasn't had it? Well, it's because it's just like they need something to happen. That's why.
Yeah, nobody wants to spend the money. You don't want to. You have to react, right? You can't like be like, oh, okay, let's be proactive instead of reactive. Like that is the way that they should be doing it. But again, unless something like kicks them in the teeth and says, hey, you got to do it. I think I mean, just look at anything that's trying to get done in the NFL when it comes to diversity or when it comes to different hiring practices, and look at how slowly it moves. I mean, again, I think, unfortunately, you know, money is the main motivating factor.
Or what the NFL believes will hinder their ability to make money.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're wrong about that.
Very true.
A lot of the time. It would be like you'll never see, well, I don't want to say never, but I don't feel like we will ever see the NFL do the right thing by the players unless they've already been forced to do it.
Unless the players are dead already.
To do everything.
All right, this is getting a little bit morbid.
Ryan Fitzpatrick retired, and I am sad. That's what I wanted to talk about today.
Say it again.
King, a god, if you will.
Yes, we can switch to retirement. But before we do that, there is a report. Do you guys have this report ready?
Yeah.
From
there's a punishment.
So, yeah. So, whose report was this? No, I'm referring to the report that the The kids
they call
wrote
it.
for
This was a couple
clickbait.
months ago. We're way overdue for that.
Yes. So basically, what happened was a viewer of clickbait,
Sir Random Guy,
was
Sir
watching
Random Guy.
clickbait. He's in school, and they had a report that they needed to do, and he chose to do his report on me and Brandon Perna, and he got an A+ on this report. So we are going to read some of the highlights or the whole report. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to read some of this guy's report for you guys.
This is why you subscribe to Clickbait.
I mean, this is why you watch.
This is why 2,400 people are watching right now.
I'm going to grade it with a rubric also. We'll see if this teacher actually knew what they were doing.
Okay. I'm not going to read it. It's 7 pages, and I read slow.
Oh, you're going to read it verbatim.
I read at a 6th grade level. But here we go. 2 influencers title. After looking online, I decided to do it on 2 people that bring an influence to their community. Scooter Magruder and Brandon Perna. That's good sport.
We know those guys.
Mm-hmm.
First paragraph. What do they sell?
I hate
Scooter
the term
and I
influencer.
sell
It makes my
everything,
skin crawl.
including our souls.
Yes. Coffee. Anyone?
Both of them provide. Oh, yeah. Big Dick Decade is the promo code for benchwarmerbrew.com right now.
It's a promo code, Scooter. It's not a curse.
Yeah, it's not a curse if it's a promo code.
No, it's
if it's a promo code, it's not a curse.
True. I don't make the rules.
Both of them provide video content on YouTube, are related to sports comedies. Scooter Magruder provides sketches and other videos regarding sports, whether it is his favorite football team, the Dallas Cowboys, or other sports. Not only that, he sells his own merchandise with the catchphrase, insert name, is a grown man. Brandon Perna tries to do videos like if he were a really good guy, but he sucks. Wait a second.
What? And he got
Brandon Perna tries to do videos
Brandon
like
tries to do videos.
News anchor to provide the latest in NFL news. Then, not only that, he also recently started an online ground coffee business called Benchwarmer Brew. Well, not ground coffee specifically, so dock point there. Dock point there. We got whole beans or ground beans. Promo code Big Dick Decade. Let's see here. We got some other mentions here. Other YouTubers, 5 Points Vids and Urinating Tree. From a weekly basis, both it just referenced your guys' names. Sorry, I went in. Oh, they sell coffee too.
Yes. Michael Kenji Izumi, you're absolutely right. By the way, my blend is
the 5 Points blend is the best.
Let's see here.
No, it's
How
not.
much money
really
do they make on their
casual.
YouTube videos?
Oh, let me hear this. I would love to know how much money I make.
How much money, according to Social Blade, DraftKings Sportsbook gives them all of their money.
Got him.
Boom, code clickbait, DraftKings Sportsbook. We got basketball, NBA playoffs. It's time to crown this season's champion. Sportsbook is putting all new customers in the center of the action. New customers can bet just $5 on any team and get $150 in free bets instantly. If you did a report about Clickbait Sports, you should get $100, $150 as well, but that's not part of this deal. Sorry, Sir Random Guy. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on the NBA with same-game parlays, combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. And if DraftKings is not available in your state, DraftKings hosts huge daily fantasy contests every day of the playoffs with millions up for grabs. So you download DraftKings, use our link below, code clickbait, and that's going to get you the best deals. Also, so Random Guy, if you could go back to your teacher who gave you the A and then tell him to use code or her to use code clickbait, that would be appreciated.
Why did he pick just you two? Like, what were
I
we
think
not
he
good
just
enough?
has an eye for talent.
I think so. That's what I think.
Talent?
He was doing.
I don't know.
He was just, the talented.
I think he looked at my channel and was like, which guy is performing the worst?
And then
Let me pick one of the top performers and go against him.
No.
Can we talk about this NBA Finals? Can we do this?
I mean, we can transition to NBA if we want to. We can come over
saying,
here.
like,
you guys want to talk about NBA?
Yeah, hold on. Scooter Magruder, estimated monthly earnings.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
How much am I making?
109,000 to 1.7 thousand per month.
What, 109,000 to 1.7 thousand? That makes no sense, Brenna. What are you saying?
That's the estimate.
Okay, I mean,
So 109 grand to $1,700.
That's what I think
It is,
says.
that is accurate. It is
that's
accurate.
Somewhere in that range.
Somewhere in there, 100%. This guy got it right. I don't know where you found
Why
this
would you put the
information.
lesser number second?
Maybe that's just $109 to $1,700 per month. Oh, I think it is. It says 109 to 1,700 per month for Scooter.
What's your annual monthly take, Brandon?
Let's see here. Oh yeah, it says my estimated is $324 to $5.2 thousand.
Oh, there you go, Perna, raking it in over Scooter. Yeah. Nice job, buddy.
Let me borrow $20, Brandon.
Sir, random guys in here. It's meant to be $109.
Why are you borrowing $20, dude? You got invited to the NFL draft from Subway.
That's true. And listen, the danger witch.
I need to ask Sir Random if you're in the chat. Why did you pick just Brandon and Scooter? What's not good enough?
Yeah, what was the motivation?
This is where it hurts.
5 is so jealous right now, and I
am jealous. I want reports about
you
me.
are so petty. I swear to God. Every time someone else you feel slights you, you get just moody, and I love it.
I don't let. I'm like a pit bull.
Moody. Well, speaking of moods,
I don't let things go.
Hey, Perna, what are you gonna say?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say the part that stings. Subscribers. Scooter 611,000. That's Good Sports 280,000.
Listen, I've had longer. That's all. That's literally it. I've just been doing it longer. You're on the way. All of us are on the way.
There you go. There you go.
Now. Transition NBA Finals
sponsorships with companies like DraftKings Sportsbook.
That would have been the perfect plug if you just went.
Yes, that would have been a smooth transition.
Okay, there. We can move on. If I find another nugget in here, I'll bring it up.
I thought they were eliminated.
The Avalanche are not eliminated.
See that person? See, 5-point plungers knows talent when he sees it.
Avs are the best team in hockey right now, and nobody can
let's
deny
talk about retirements, though. Like a lot of people retired all of a sudden.
We did talk about that, though.
Oh, we did.
We didn't really get into FitzMagic, though.
Yeah, we didn't talk about FitzMagic that much.
Because he's got a pretty interesting career, if you think about it.
I heard Brandon has a whole video in the works for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he stole from me.
Well, no. It was an original idea that maybe a guy that writes both of our videos had already worked on for you.
And he didn't want to recreate the wheel? Okay.
No, he did. Will was totally ready to do a new thing. I was like, let me see how much of your work I can use.
I need to watch both of these videos.
Have at it.
Have come to my own conclusion.
FitzMagic did have an interesting career, but like the one thing that I saw in his career was like he was down, but he was never out. Okay. Like every year that he had a bad year, some other team was like, let's give Fitzpatrick a chance. And then he went out and Fitzmagicked, and then he Fitztragicked. And then the next year, another team was like, that guy was okay. That guy was okay. And then he just It was like a never ending cycle.
Is he the greatest quarterback to never make the playoffs?
Ooh.
Okay, guys, I got the question. I got the question for the stream, okay? Answer along in chat, if you will, with me. When you think of Ryan Fitzpatrick, in your mind, what jersey is he wearing? What jersey is he wearing when you think of this man?
He's wearing the shirtless Deshaun Jackson, or the deep V, the Deshaun Jackson
He's
deep.
In the stands.
I only think about Ryan Fitzpatrick shirtless.
Same here. But you want to hear my answer? I think of him, and this is weird because he was there the shortest. I think of him in the Bengals jersey, and I don't know why.
That is weird.
That is heavily
think of him.
He played for the Bengals?
I think of him.
He did. He did play for the Bengals.
Huh.
I literally was just about to
That dude looked like, go back to that clip real quick. And that guy on the left is a 17-year NFL quarterback, and he has the most beta, like, everyday dad bod that you could possibly have.
What a legend.
Yes. I'm gonna go with.
I mean, he was out.
What about you, Tree? What uniform do you put Fitzpatrick in?
I say Jets. I think the Jets probably, because that's where his best years were.
Yeah, that's one of the few places he had years.
Or you could go throwback and do the St. Louis Rams.
Oh,
ooh! First time we were introduced to Fitzception. Yeah. Remember, he was hot for like 2006, and then he fell apart after a couple weeks.
So, go ahead. You guys go around. I
was gonna say Bills, just because like that's where I first was it with the Bills that he kept saying, "Oh, he's from Harvard grad, like he's a genius." Like they kept on going with that narrative.
That was St. Louis.
Yeah, like with such an advantage because he was such a genius, and I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, there's been a lot of smart football players that sucked. A lot of smart ones.
Whoa, not Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's a genius and amazing.
Scored 48 on the Wonderlic.
What does the Wonderlic go to?
What? 50. 48 out of 50. He's the highest to ever score. I guess they had 2 trick questions on there, like, if a train leaves from Tampa and is headed south with 86 passengers on it, how much money
can we do a clickbait Wonderlic and see who gets the highest score?
Oh, that would
Brandon would get it.
You've already looked at it?
We're talking about something else. Oh.
Yeah. Also, I think my genius segment idea needs to happen, and it's called Stump the Tree, where we each get a sports question we try to stump Tree with.
I like it.
Yeah,
like, what was the name of that other show? Same type of premise. Stump the
Swami.
The Swami. Yeah.
Yeah, but Stump the Tree is way better.
Who is the manager? Who is the current manager of the Seattle Mariners?
Shoot, I'm trying to think. I should know. Scott Service.
All right, so this is going to be hard.
Ooh,
Yo,
who's the defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos right now?
Offensive coordinator right now?
Defensive coordinator.
Defensive coordinator. Ooh.
He's new.
Yeah, he's new. I don't know that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I did it.
Well, yeah, that's a trick question because
super unfair.
Yeah, because nobody really looks at the offensive defensive coordinator. Like
Ejiro Evero.
Who's the head coach of the
Pittsburgh Steelers?
Pittsburgh Maulers.
Let's see.
You got your answer, by the way.
Oh. The reason why I chose Scooter and Brandon is because Scooter have been the pioneer of sports content, and Perna feels like the most random one, like my name. I definitely like the coffee.
That's okay, so random guy. I am random.
It's true. When you see people doing Scooter type videos, like they're like, oh, they're ripping off Scooter.
Listen, I may have been one of the first, but look, I'm glad everyone's here. I'm glad that, and honestly, I think the sports community needs more people because it's very few of us still doing this. So if you guys have ever considered making sports videos, come on over. We need you. We need more people. It's not that many people doing
Just
it.
Stay away from the Broncos. I don't need to compete with the
Yeah, a lot of people are beating down that niche.
God, there's so many Broncos podcasts. And they're all getting pretty good, too.
Should we talk about the NBA Finals taking place, Game 1 taking place today? We got the Warriors, the Dynasty, Warriors, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Wiggins now coming into his own, taking on the Boston Celtics. We got Jason Tatum. This man is over here texting Kobe Bryant before game saying, I got you, and then putting up buckets. What do you guys have? Have you guys been following
Jason
the NBA?
know what happened to Kobe?
Yeah, he knows it. A lot of people were kind of rubbed the wrong way that he even posted it online. Very interesting, very interesting. But have you guys been following NBA at all? Do you guys know what's happening?
Yeah,
Do you have a dog
I know a
in
decent
this
bit of it.
fight?
Yes.
Who you got?
What I know is that Jason Tatum is 12 or 13 years old. Al Horford is 80, and it's his first finals.
And Al Horford's playing like a god.
He's a dinosaur.
And the Celtics are very inconsistent, and the Warriors are very consistent. I see this being a quick, like a 5-game, 6-game series, Warriors in 6 for me. You can bet that at DraftKings.com. Use code Clickbait.
Clickety baity.
Clickety.
I hope the Warriors just destroy the Celtics.
Agreed.
Why?
Oh, I cannot I don't want the Warriors to win another one, but I can't stand another Boston sports team getting a championship.
I hate all Boston franchises.
The flopping against the Bucks.
Like,
no.
I don't even know why. But like, I do not want any Boston team to win anything ever. So by default, I am rooting for the Warriors in 4.
Tree, your thoughts?
I mean, I think it's weird as it sounds, both aren't really super teams. As I mentioned in my vid, I feel like the Warriors are more a build from within team. They just have their old stars, which is still kind of unfair. But at the same time, they turned Gary Payton's kid into one of the best defensive players in the league. They still have Andrew Wiseman, who's on the IR, by the way. And you also have Clay, who's resurged after several surgeries to bring back to old form, and that's been huge for them. Boston, at the same time, they mostly got built because of Billy King's infamous trade. And if Boston wins a championship, I want a statue built of Billy King right outside TD Garden, and I will not rest until that happens.
It'll be who gets all the flop calls for the Celtics? Is it Tatum?
No, it's Smart.
Good
Smart God.
Going against Draymond.
It's like
who never gets called for the penalties. So this is two strengths head to head. And we've seen Draymond's head too.
I will say this: the Warriors, when Klay Thompson and Steph Curry are healthy, they make basketball fun. They are a fun team to watch, especially when they're hitting threes from like half court. So I just like I've always liked their brand of basketball. I've never hated them, even when they had Durant and they sort of, rigged it for themselves. Like, can't hate on them for winning.
Here's my thing. I can understand if you dislike the Warriors when they had Kevin Durant. I can understand you disliking the move for Kevin Durant going to a team that beat him in the finals and then teaming up with him. I can understand that. What I cannot understand, though, is now, if you still dislike the Warriors, Kevin Durant's not on that team anymore. This is the team that they have drafted this team. You understand? They drafted Steph. They drafted Klay. They're not over here getting a big three from Kyrie signing and Kevin Durant. No, this is what Five said. They built this team by drafting smartly and acquiring some players. So,
draft
I can't see the hate for the
DraftKings code Clickbait.
I just personally cannot see the hate for the Warriors.
Stay tuned, Uncultured. Stay tuned.
But I would like to know in the chat too, if you're rooting for Boston, why? Because I've seen two different versions of things. I've seen people who said no one's rooting for Boston except people from Boston. I've seen that sentiment. And in some ways I agree. But then I've seen the other sentiment that it's like, well, actually I'm rooting for Boston and here's why. So what are you guys?
And here's why.
Wicked smart.
Jason.
Wicked smart. All right, before we go to the countdown, I wanted to say one thing that has nothing to do with any of the sports that we've been talking about. But there are people that I see in these comments who have mentioned it before and talk to the gang, little DM session, and we don't know when. It's going to happen this summer. There will be that too. Everyone's going to be watching just like that. There will be a clickbait D&D session. It will happen, and it is going to be glorious. Glorious. I'm gonna try to reach out to a big creator to DM the whole thing so we could all just play. Don't gotta worry about any of that. He'll walk us through all the rules beforehand, and we'll.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to be the guy who wins the game.
What does a bard do? I saw someone say something about a bard. I don't know how to play this game. I'm winning. I don't know how to play.
Like
I'm winning.
You're supposed to work together.
Oh.
Yes, you're on a campaign.
We are winning.
Okay.
We are surviving. We're getting out of
DM.
this. There will be no Demogorgon.
Now,
heck,
before we go
use
to
your
a
body to
countdown,
win.
I just want to remind everybody that if you punish Brandon Perna today, he said, because he said this on GPS, if you punish Brandon Perna, he said that during the next episode of Clickbait, he would do his full workout shirtless during Clickbait.
No, shirtless was for 20,000 likes.
No. Then you said it could just be
20,000.
a Clickbait punishment. That's what we got the tape.
No, it's Perna always trying to come up with an excuse to show off his body, and that's what it is.
Can we just have him do it in a tank top 10? That works then too.
Yeah, how about a wife or whatever, the A shirt? I don't want to refer to it in its
a wife
old
lover,
name.
A crop top.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the countdown.
All right, countdown, please.
Countdown?
Yeah.
Hello.
Time for some smooth jazz.
Ooh, sorry.
2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, 4. Perna getting sweaty, working out what you've been waiting for. That rhyme was really stretched, I'm sorry about that. But you're gonna see Brandon on the monitor and give it a smack. Oh yeah.
Ooh, I'll give it a smack.
I bought donuts today.
Kinky.
Fun fact.
I like it.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, uh-oh.
No.
There it is.
Oh,
there we go.
First off,
Tom just used that as a dog
Oh my
will get people to do his bidding. He does that every time.
I'll start before more donos come in. I'm at 71.98. I'm out of this.
Yes, I will be out of this
$37,
because
so you know what? I'm not doing it either. I'm happy.
I'm at 77.85, baby.
and just like Kevin O'Leary, I have $97.38, so I'm out.
Yes.
Brandon,
Winston-Salem game is still playing. I think we're still playing it. It's just
Jokes on all of you guys. I'm gonna live longer because of this.
Good.
And I know everybody here wants me to die.
Perna, how much did you make?
$320.11.
Woo! Oh, buddy, you get that workout stream going.
Okay, here's the deal, though. The shirt stays on until the stream gets 20,000 likes.
That's BS. It's never going to get 20,000.
That was the deal when I was ripping
10,000.
10,000 likes.
Okay.
And then the shirt.
It has to happen live. So like 10,000 likes live, and it's between all of our channels while it's live. If it doesn't happen, shirt stays on the whole time.
Okay.
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 Chat, we are counting on you to like our streams next week, so this
Okay.
man will take his shirt off. That sounded weird. I don't care.
Can we up the stakes? If we get 20,000, can we get pants off too in a man a little bit?
You could do the new Manscaped boxers.
Yes.
No.
Yes, 20,000 likes.
I mean, you already posted it on Twitter, dude.
That's
true. I already weirded out the Manscaped.
Oh,
account.
I will tell you. Quick announcement. Anybody that's in Greensboro tonight, we're going to be at the Greensboro Grasshoppers game. If y'all want to come and meet us, a bunch of YouTubers will be out, and you can say hi to us there as well.
If we get 2,000 people like watching, literally all they have to do is like all 5 of our streams, and that's 10,000. That was such a dumb deal to take, buddy. I love you, but that was
20,000.
No. You said 10 is done now.
10,000. Sure.
Yeah, we just listen. We're counting on you to like all of our streams next week. This was Clickbait. Come back next week for the shirts off stream. Stop playing.
Stop playing.
Am I ending
I'm
it?
excited.
Stop
All right.
Yeah, let's end it.
Perna, what do you got coming out today?
Oh yeah. Got to end the.
Nothing. I already posted an AFC South recap thing.
Oh,
go watch it. It's okay.
5. You're also.
I'm gonna do a lot of content related to the game yesterday and the game tomorrow, so that'll be probably next. And also, I kind of had an idea about North Korea's soccer team. Might be doing a video on that.
You're gonna go play soccer with North Korea?
Yes.
Now that's a video.
That's a punishment.
North Korea. If we lose, we're going to be sent for 50 years in Gulag.
He starts studying in the stadium. Tree.
I'm working on a few hockey vids in the meantime. Also, I'm going to start work on a few vids a vid related to the trip as well. It will be full of terrible baseball and me being bad at sports. So absolutely pay attention to that.
Skits.
Nice. I just put out my Bible chapter. I'm memorizing and reciting a Bible chapter every month. So that's out. But then also game 1. I'm thinking I might do reactions for the whole series for this NBA Finals. We'll see. We'll see.
Nice.
There you go.
Turn
Folks,
notifications on.
Let's rock and roll. We'll see you next week for a wonderful workout.
We're back, baby. We're back.
Clickbait Sports.